7.
I like everything about it. Hypothetically. Got a gift that's not you, list it.
Comes up with the interception. So back and forth to go in the Oakland-Los Angeles game. Chargers advantage with 1 minute and 1 second remaining. Okay, we're waiting on Tennessee to come back out. In fact, Tennessee is out of break. Let's take you back to Nashville.
Said the Titans have to settle for a field goal. Suck it. From 25 yards. And the kick is good.
Okay, and that cleans up all of the red zone opportunities. What's the big picture? Baltimore, a chance to win and get in, but they are down by 11. That opens up the door for Buffalo, who is up by 10 over the Miami Dolphins. So if that score holds, those two, Baltimore and Buffalo, Bills are into the postseason. Tennessee, win and clinch. Tennessee leading by 6 points. They're handling their business right now. Chargers are leading, but they need win and a couple of helps. And in that NFC matchup, in the NFC South, it's New Orleans with the advantage by 1 over the Bucks. New Orleans win gives the Saints the division title.
Another good play by Jordan Evans.
Welcome back, my bad.
Good ball moving
Get
around.
that light load from me. Let's get it back up.
An incomplete pass. It's well short of the first down, and they did wave it off as an incomplete pass. No need to go to New York for that replay, huh, bud?
Did not survive the ground, Dan.
Who does?
It's tough.
You know, but this is a heated coil field, so if you have any chances.
Matt Ryan with just less than 20 seconds to go in the first half. They have no timeouts.
And a timeout is taken by Carolina defensively. They're first. You know, Ron Rivera doesn't want to stop the clock, but he wants to make sure his defense is set for the 2nd and 1 play with 18 seconds left. Ron Rivera has guided his team into the postseason for the 4th.
Los Angeles in a hurry-up offense. 44 seconds remain. They have it into Raiders territory.
That's why Melvin Gordon is second on the team with 52 receptions.
Right, and he's nearing 500 yards in addition to running over 1,000 yards on the ground. How about this team, Rich? They have a 4,000-yard passer, a 1,000...
This is going to be a play that's going to get reviewed. Blake Bortles throwing to Keelan Cole. Catch. Started to run with it appears, but then the ball knocked from behind by the Tennessee defender. Ball recovered by the Titans on the 29-yard line, but you know it's a turnover, so they will have to replay it. Did he have full possession of it as the ball was knocked free? Might get a replay of it in just a moment here as Keelan Cole had a good close to the season. Right here, I think that's possession of the football with a fumble recovery, Tennessee. But the folks in New York will take a slow-mo look at it to make sure. Chargers, the injury to the Raider has been attended to, so 44 seconds left. Chargers in field goal range. They still have 2 timeouts.
First and 10. Secondary, here comes Rivers. Underneath once again. And this is Williams who caught that long touchdown pass before. Catch and run with nothing gained on the play. Hit out by Hamilton.
He ran about a 1-yard route.
I know it.
He lost ground at the end there.
I have 38 seconds to go.
Always talk about the importance of getting your depth. Running the route the right depth.
Double box in Atlanta, 13 seconds remain. They just had a false start to back them up 5 yards.
20 yards would give Bryant a chance. Pass is caught, but in the middle of the field, it's Hooper. Can they get up and spike it?
He got him.
He sure does, or he did, and then he throws it, and it's caught by Gates at the 5. Coverage by Hamilton. They say he stepped in. 20-yard gain by the Hall of Famer to be Antonio.
And by a second or so, the Falcons did not have time to snap it, clock it, and have have a chance, Mike Pereira.
I'll tell you, it is very close to having 1 second left on the clock. But let me tell you the replay rule. Replay can only get involved if there is 2 seconds left on the clock. They can't add just one. That's the NFL rule. So the half is over at this point.
And Dan Quinn is staying out on the field to argue his point. He's told he can't challenge it, and it wouldn't be challenged from the booth.
Just watch. It's amazing he was able to fit that in, but that left foot doesn't come back in the field of play.
It was lifting as the ball was entering his hands, right, Rich? I mean, boy, it's close. Look at that.
I don't know that he has possession there, though, see?
That will be the concern, and that's what the group in New York will be looking at.
Let's see.
Replaying the Gates on the left side of the double box, right side of the screen, Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans with 30 seconds remaining and the clock winding, looking to extend their lead.
As best as I could do for y'all, man, and it's going to be skipping a lot.
That's Decker over the middle, and Decker to about the 22. That's short of
get
first
low
down.
quality, no skipping, or skipping high quality and something.
20-yarder, Gates.
I think it was the right call when I first saw it, Ken. It looked like he hadn't had possession and the back foot wasn't able to get in bounds. But then when you slow it down right there, it looks like he's...
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if I put it
actually
on the lower,
possession.
It won't have none.
Very close, but a terrific catch nonetheless on the boundary by the future Hall of Famer.
2 timeouts. First and goal.
Got plenty of time if you're Phillip Rivers. 30 seconds and a pair of timeouts.
Put that like button for me, y'all.
Just throws that one away.
And caught for the touchdown!
Maybe not.
Allen beats Carey in the corner. What a throw by Rivers! 6-yard touchdown pass.
When he first threw that ball, Ken, I thought he was throwing it out of the back of the end zone, and somehow he just dropped it in the bucket. I mean, watch this throw by Rivers. I mean, he puts it the only possible.
I need y'all to spam that like button for me. One time for the one time.
Is perfect.
Just went through hell and back to get this stream back up for y'all, man.
Tennessee
right now.
6 points.
Keenan Allen grabs onto his 6th touchdown of the season. A 6-yarder, well placed by Rivers. And that was all set up on the interception by Trey Boston.
Boy, Rivers is feeling it right now. 18 of 23, 226 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and no interceptions in the first half. Not again, jeez.
Wow.
Boy, the kicking issues that they have had. They're getting push and pressure up the middle.
Nick Rose is trying that extra point.
Rivers is not liking it.
Yeah, I'm going to drop the quality down, man, because I don't want it to keep
Just watch the pressure. Watch the push up the middle. Special teams. You go back to the first month of the season. Remember the issues that the Chargers had, Kevin, with the kicker?
Yes.
Too? And they lost a game in Denver. They lost a game here against the Miami Dolphins.
They had Koo, Novak, and Coons, and now they have Rose. Fourth different. You said this before. It's the worst percentage of field goal combined with those 4 guys in the NFL. The Verizon halftime report. Join JB and Company, scores, news, and highlights next from New York. The Verizon halftime report.
Never a good thing when you have to keep your fingers crossed and hope your kicker makes an extra point. I mean, you know, it's bizarre.
Wow,
it's been a real issue with the Chargers.
20-10 with LA on top. Rivers on that drive, 8 of 8. Gordon had a catch and run of 20. Gates had a big catch of 20 yards. That will be out with 50 seconds left.
Okay, just a couple of games with time remaining in the first half. Cincinnati has worked it into Baltimore territory. They're in field goal range right now, already up by 11.
Halftime.
That'll be appreciated.
And Dalton's gotten hot. 7 straight completions now. He's got his team close to range for Bullock.
2nd and 2. Dalton throws downfield. Hauled in. Tyler Boyd with a sliding grab. And Cincinnati moving quickly here.
Yeah, get up and clock this one.
The spike by Dalton stops the clock with 34 seconds left. That was an 18-yard completion to Boyd.
8 straight completions now, and a really good catch here for Boyd. Going down, securing the catch.
Well, John Harbaugh and the Ravens will be searching for answers at halftime. This might be a deeper hole to climb out of, with Cincinnati moving the ball once again with ease down the field. 2nd down for the Bengals. They have 34 seconds to work with. Dalton, quick hitter, nearly picked off. He was looking for A.J. Green, and it was Brandon Carr who had a beat on it.
Yeah, if Carr makes this catch, he's gone. He's going to look at A.J. Green the whole way, waiting for this slant route, and knocks the ball away. But if he makes the catch, he would have his 3rd career interception return for a touchdown.
11th play of the drive. 3rd and 10 for Cincinnati. Dalton looks to Green.
Check that video description out, man.
In a matchup with Carr. It's 4th down.
That time, A.J. Green faked the slant route, went deep, and had Carr beat. Here's the slant route fake there, and then to the corner. And Dalton knows he let one get away.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. It's a 32-yarder for Bullock. Had 4 field goals last week, including a 51-yarder. This one he knocks through to pad the Cincinnati lead. 17-3 Bengals. 23 seconds left in this first half. They go 12 plays, 63 yards with no timeouts. And Harbaugh and Morningweg having a conversation. Halftime, Tennessee 12-3 lead on Jacksonville. Halftime, Buffalo 10-0 over Miami. The Bengals have looked like the team that is playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks, they've got it done offensively because they're getting guys healthy again. And then the change along the offensive line, moving Bowling out to left tackle and a couple of the youngsters, Westerman and Redmond,
that like button for
left
me,
guard.
Man.
More power. The running attack today
it.
has been outstanding. Talked about Mixon, 77 yards. Bernard has 50. That's just on 22 carries.
Return man Chris Moore. Moore moves forward, brings it in at the 7. Moore makes a cut. Sheds a tackler. Moore. He's got speed. Moore working the sideline. Moore still going, and he's dropped. With 8 seconds left, Moore nearly took it the distance. Finally, something to cheer about for the Baltimore faithful. 88 yards.
Well, we saw Moore go off the field with an injury. Looks pretty good here. But look at the help he's going to get down the field. Big number 88 working his way. Vince Mailey doing a great job. Andy Dalton can't believe an 88-yard return. And the Ravens have one shot at the end zone here. Maybe 2.
Special teams has put the Cincinnati defense in a tough position. Baltimore trying to take advantage. Flacco slings it. Touchdown! Joe Flacco tosses a strike. And it's Chris Moore.
As it should be. He got him down here. Reward him on this slant route. Getting inside the linebacker, Vincent Ray. Flacco with his best throw of the day, right on target. And a great job by Moore reaching out with his hands to shorten the distance the ball has to travel.
And boy, did they ever need that. The Ravens offense had been dormant. And Tucker on for the extra point. 88-yard return.
Wow, that felt like it had to happen for the Ravens right before the half to give them some momentum and feel like they can get back in that game, a game in which they have to win to clinch a playoff spot at their own hands. So far right now, as we welcome you back inside the NFL Red Zone studios, everyone, the advantages for the teams trying to clinch, the New Orleans Saints, as of now, would clinch the NFC South. As of now, the Atlanta Falcons would clinch the final playoff spot in the NFC, and the two wild card spots, as of now, would go to the Tennessee Titans, and the Buffalo Bills are in position to break not only the longest playoff drought in the NFL currently, 1999, the last time the Buffalo Bills made the postseason, but it is the longest playoff drought in North American sports. Every team in Major League Baseball, the NHL, the NBA, have been to the postseason since the last time the Buffalo Bills made it to the NFL playoffs. So if you don't have a particular team you're rooting for, maybe keep an eye on the Buffalo Bills, who are up 10-0 in Miami, and they are watching the Baltimore Ravens lose to Cincinnati at the half right now. At the half, 17-10, losing to Cincinnati. Both those things have to happen for the Bills to get in. All right, a little bit of breaking news before we get to second half games just starting to kick off across the league. It is official for Indianapolis. The Colts have fired Chuck Pagano. This is after 6 seasons. He was actually 10 games over 500 when you look at his cumulative record at 53-42. Those include the wins that Bruce Arians acquired when he was the interim or fill-in head coach when Pagano stepped down for a little while to battle cancer. Pagano was also 3-3 in the playoffs as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Again, NFL media insider Ian Rappaport reporting that Chuck Pagano has been fired by the Indianapolis Colts as their head coach. Much more coverage coming up on NFL Network tomorrow, January 1st, Monday, with the playoffs being set and perhaps some other coaching maneuvers being made. NFL Network has wall-to-wall coverage all day for you tomorrow, getting you ready for the playoffs and then putting the period on the 2017 regular season. Okay, second half kickoffs just getting underway in Miami, just getting underway in Tampa as well. The New Orleans Saints have a 1-point lead. If they hold on and win, they are the NFC South champs.
Ramczyk came and got him on the knee. Tough duty.
They're down in a yard. And, well, we'll see. I mean, he extended the ball out over what looked to be enough for a first down.
I think he got it.
Check the video description and hit that like button for me. Appreciate it.
You see right here, just the extension of the football. How many years has he been doing that, though? That little jump over the pile. There's not many better and getting that extra yardage to Drew Brees on that quick sneak.
First down for Brees and the Saints. And now a quick strike and the reception made by Garrett Griffin. That's another injury-plagued position for these New Orleans Saints. Couple of tight ends already down. One for the year in Fleener.
Yeah, Kobe Fleener is a big target. Michael Humanawaniui, as he's referred to by his teammates, is down, and really a good pass catcher for the Saints, but they just keep filling in guys, and they're doing a good job of maintaining what they started.
You see most of those guys on defense, as there's Kamara, penalty flags litter the field. Is enough for a first down, but we'll see if it stands. Again, the Saints have to win this game. They can take care of the NFC South and be the champions with a victory here today. Now, should they lose, they would need Carolina to lose.
Offense was not set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's still second down.
Carolina and Atlanta are just underway in the second half of a 7-7 game.
Can't emphasize enough. And you've done games in New Orleans. I've been down there. It's a very difficult place to play. And their defense has helped tremendously by the noise. And you especially think of all the injuries that they had on defense. Any help their defense can get. They're playing with backups in a lot of positions.
Well, they're watching a couple of other games, not just the Carolina game. They're also keeping an eye on that Rams game. As the 49ers are just laying it on the Rams, 20-6 so far. Breeze throws, and a catch made by Hill. And let's see where they spot it. He's about 2 yards short of a first down.
The Buffalo Bills leading by 10 as we begin the second half in Miami. LaShawn McCoy takes the handoff, gets a couple of yards, but we show you this play because McCoy injured after the run. In fact, takes his helmet off immediately. All right, they cut to the graphic quickly, but we just saw a moment of it that Shady McCoy down and injured. When we find out something, we will pass it along.
Watch for the little pick rub route with Alvin Kamara getting out.
Breeze is sacked from behind, and a penalty flag comes in. Ryan Russell and McCoy both there. And I think this is going to be against New Orleans, so the sack will stand.
Holding, number 67.
New Orleans loses.
Yeah, so holding there, we are into the quarter. Panthers and Falcons knotted at 7.
Thanks for watching, Jim.
Here, 1-point game there. Pass to
Take the video description if you can.
After the catch. Wrapped up by Deion Jones. It's 3 and out to start the second half for Carolina.
Well, Marquand Manuel, the defensive coordinator, he brings Brian Poole off the slot, and he's unblocked. And so you've got to be able to able to get a running back over. But Cam Newton acted as though he didn't know he was blocked, and so he gets the ball out quick to McCaffrey, and they come.
All right, punt coming up there. You know, we're going to cut back to Seattle, who this is the reason that we're saying that Atlanta has the inside track, because Seattle loss would clinch the playoffs for Atlanta regardless of what they do against Carolina. Surprising result here with the Seahawks offense, just 24 total yards for the Seahawks offense at the half.
Against Tyler Lockett, and Tyler releases inside, and then a little bit of collision with his own guy. He's got to grab a hold to hold on.
Mike Davis, injured in the first half, fighting hard near a first down as he gets up to the 34-yard line. And
Thank
looks
you
like
guys
Josh
for
Morrow
watching.
is the injured Cardinal as we recap what happened in the first half. That minus 24 total yards for Seattle. A lot of that happened, or a big chunk of that right before the half.
Happy New Year's.
Yeah, the big 17-yard loss to bring it all the way back to 24 net yards on that. But it just, again, what Pete Carroll said, you know, they did not win the line of scrimmage on either side of the ball.
And heading over to the sideline. Josh Morrow, 97. Right of your screen. But you saw at halftime, the update, Atlanta and Carolina are tied at 7 in the third quarter. Mike Davis gets a first down. Pounding his way up to the 47-yard line.
Buffalo Bills fans, the news is not good. Shady McCoy on this run, as we showed you, down and injured. Legs get tied up by one Dolphin defender as Ndamukong Suh falls on top of him on the upper half of the body. The cart had to come out for LaShawn McCoy. The medical professionals come out and attend to him. He was down on the field for a minute or two. Trying to show you all the replays we can. We're not going to speculate on a body part, although it is a lower body injury as he's limping onto the cart. But this was just about 1 minute ago down in Miami. LaShawn McCoy, not only the best offensive player, probably the best player on the Bills roster, on a day where it looks like things are lining up for them to make the playoffs,
your center Justin
knocked out of the game.
Working in concert up front, and you've got to get a little piece of that guy as you're going to your next guy to slow him down.
And Ruse is in for the injured Ethan Posick, the starting guard. Rolls at running back. Wilson open. Catch made.
Excitement, Ruse.
First down inside the 40 of the Cardinals.
Amazing how an offense can sputter the entire first half and then come out in the second half and all of a sudden just hit their stride. This is a nice throw by Russell Wilson right there, where you can see right in between the two linebackers, Dayon Buchanan and Carlos Dansby.
First play run by the Seahawks today
Hit that like button
in
for
Cardinal
me, y'all.
territory. After a gain of 18, rolls in at running back. Baldwin in motion. Wilson, pressure coming, and dumps it off to Jimmy Graham. Slips a tackle and goes up the sideline.
It's kind of similar to last week.
So the Bills, they go on without LaShawn McCoy. By the way, the Bills are saying it's an ankle injury for Shady McCoy. Tyrod Taylor runs out of bounds on 3rd and 5, so that will bring out Stephen Hauschka for the field goal attempt. Show you that in just a moment.
That's Graham's first catch of this game. Doug Baldwin only has 1 catch. Seahawks need to get him going if they're going to rally. David Moore moves towards the line and looks like a penalty flag or 2.
False start, 65, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
That's Jermaine Ifedi, the most penalized player in the NFL.
And the 3 snap.
His range, myself. You know, I'll get the report from the special teams coach, but I want to see it myself, and I know he's pretty confident with this distance
Thanks
right
for
here.
tuning in.
Officially a 49-yard
Check the video description. Hit the like button.
Kick on the way, and it is good. With 10:17 to go in the third quarter.
So the Bills are up by 13. The Ravens trail by 7. We will watch both of those games as we go into the second half. All right, red zone opportunity for LA.
First and 10. Ooh, he sideswiped that time. Nice defensive play turned in by Danico Autry with a loss of 4.
Game rewind presented by Gatorade. It's the passing game for Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has been lights out at the StubHub Center this year, quite frankly. 9 touchdowns, no interceptions at home games in the last 5 games for Phillip Rivers. Hitting Keenan Allen on that one. Keenan's 5th catch of the day for 85 yards.
Oliver still in, second down 14. A lot of options. And he's got Gates again to the 10. Hamilton there, Luani there. 13-yard gain, another first down for the Chargers.
Well, great protection gets this done. Phillip Rivers takes 3 hitches, but look.
You're going to watch the Antonio Gates replay on the left. You're going to watch the Buccaneers hit a big pass play on the right. Busted coverage by the Saints. And I think it's a red zone. It is. Red zone opportunity just inside the 20 for the Bucs. Back and forth, Chargers, Buccaneers.
43-yard gain. They fake the pitch. They come back the other way. Jameis throws incomplete. And he got chased by Cameron Jordan once more.
Up in the football, so that makes it very difficult for John Pagano to make substitutions or dial up some of those pressures in those short-yarded situations.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
John Pagano's got some intimate knowledge of Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. He spent 15 years as an assistant with the Chargers.
Gordon is in, Gates on the move, first and goal. Rivers. Irvin has him, whips him down. Incomplete pass as the drive by Bruce Irvin. And they're discussing if it was intentional grounding.
Well, if you've got Antonio Gates...
All right, as Ed Hockley discusses it here, there is an injured Tampa Bay lineman, so we're stepping away from the Buccaneers game for a moment. You're not missing anything in Tampa.
And made a terrific pressure.
With Phillip Rivers, though, is a smart...
grounding, offense number 17. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot and a loss of down.
He gets called for intentional grounding, and you see Irvin just beat him across the face. I mentioned that, you look at Rivers still inside the tackle box. He doesn't take a lot of hits because he's willing to throw the ball away and avoid the sack. He's got 34 throwaways, which is the most among quarterbacks. Smart player. Fortunately, in that situation, he gets called for grounding.
Second down and goal at the 17.
Hit that like button and check the video description.
Telling the receivers what to do. He's checking with the line.
Just total command, Rich.
He does it all.
Time again. And he's got Gates, but a great knock away by the rookie Luani. Beautiful play, taking the place of the
penalty flag. We will check that in the Chargers-Raiders game. We were on the Seattle drive. They went for it on 4th and 6, and Russell Wilson seeds one into Jimmy Graham for a 20-yard pickup. Finally, the Seahawks are approaching 100 yards total offense in this game, about 6 minutes into the third quarter. In fact, let's double box in. The Seahawks on the right, and then the Raiders-Chargers game on the left. It was holding against the Chargers, so back up Los Angeles' offense as Russell is ready to run his next play in the red zone.
For the end zone, open, touchdown Seahawks! Doug Baldwin!
You have to continue to mix it up with different looks and pressures versus a veteran quarterback like Rivers. He's just too smart.
3rd and goal from the 17, Rivers. The hitch, the throw, Allen, and forced out of bounds by T.J. Carey.
So it looks like the Raiders are going to force a field goal. We are out of the injury timeout in Tampa. 2nd and 10 from the 19, Jameis.
And getting up and falling down and then trying to make something out of nothing is Bobo Wilson. Well, you just wonder, you're marching down the field almost at will when you don't turn it over. And you start into some of the razzle-dazzle stuff.
Yeah, Bobo Wilson, they worked on this in practice. They tried to get him the ball on jet sweeps. And, you know, Bobo's Jameis' teammate from Florida State, caught a touchdown pass, his first of the career last week. But he's another young player, that Dirk Cutter.
In their lead. That snap was off, but the kick is good from 25. And the Chargers...
Loss of 4, now 3rd down and 14, and Winston in trouble, avoids one sack, now just throws it up to the end zone, and that is his 2nd career interception in the red zone. He'd not thrown one since December of his rookie year, and he threw that into quadruple coverage. That wasn't double or triple coverage. The other team's wearing white.
3rd interception on the day for Jameis Winston. Falcons in the red zone.
Freeman gets it left side, knocked down by K'Wan Short.
K'Wan Short is one of those defensive linemen that is awfully impressive too. When you think about the great defensive tackles in our game, the interior defensive linemen that are able to play the run and get pressure on the quarterback. Certainly Aaron Donald for the LA Rams is as good as there's ever been, and K'Wan Short is another one of those outstanding players.
Matt Ryan now 7th season with 4,000 plus passing yards. Time for the 5th most all time. We just went over. On 2nd down, passes to the end zone. Caught for the touchdown, Sanu. How did he hang on? Luke Kuechly is still arguing that ball hit the turf, but the call is touchdown.
That is such good coverage by Luke Kuechly, but the reason you're able to make this play, Sanu's not able to get to the middle, and that's where he's trying to get. That's why 2 receivers, he and Julio Jones, are in the same spot. Matt Ryan essentially throws Sanu open. Now, does he catch the ball?
That ball looks like it may come out, and it does. It comes out right there. Kuechly saw it. That's why he was arguing. That ball's on the turf.
Well, they'll be reviewing this, and yeah, it looks like
the previous play is under review.
Definitely coming back.
Looks like the backside of Julio Jones knocks the ball out of the arms of Sanu. And then he cradles it, Troy, against his body at the bottom of that pile.
Well, no one had a better look than Kuechly.
And that'll take a minute or 2 to sort out, but I think Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were on it there. That one might be coming back. We'll let you know when Bill Vinovich makes the announcement. It is a goal-to-go opportunity for KC.
Mahomes. Robinson fighting for it.
I appreciate everybody watching.
Good play by DeMonte Thomas to hold him up until his buddies came to finish it off, including Brendan Langley.
You're at the goal line. You can't wait. You have to explode and make the play. An excellent job getting through the block and then making the tackle, keeping him out of the end zone. Another Michigan product getting an opportunity.
Penalty flags in the second.
We had 2 real MVPs today. We had Dell and Rick. It's been a while since we had another one, though.
Penalties half a distance to the goal line. Still second down.
Still got 12 of them out.
That was a heads-up play by Mahomes. Look at the rookie quarterback. He actually, when they throw the flag, he immediately holds up a single finger and 2
but all
fingers
y'all
to
is the
indicate,
real MVPs
yeah, they got 12
for
on
watching,
defense.
though.
He diagnosed that immediately there. While that's going on, you got the Titans inside the red zone.
Henry again. Got to go around, and he does.
Out of the drive. Mahomes to Sherman, stuffed. Shaq Barrett, and it was Adam Gotsis who blew it up.
Increases the load. He said, I love it. I love it. Couldn't wait. Well, and that's Barry Church's responsibility right there to maintain the outside edge.
We just had the wing on the field overturned. Atlanta, no touchdown for the Falcons. It is now 3rd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Replay seemed to get that one right. Kansas City, no playoff implications there, so we double box the Titans and the Falcons. Marcus Mariota and Matt Ryan in shotgun formation. Empty backfield for Tennessee. Motion for the Falcons. Mariota takes the snap. Time to throw, and then he loses it. Dropped for the sack. Matt Ryan throws underneath to a dangerous pass that was tipped away and almost picked off. 4th down for the Falcons.
Hit that like button for me, y'all, and check the video description.
3rd down for Tennessee.
Jaguars. Right in the middle of your screen, he's on Quentin Spain and just pushes Spain right into the feet of Mariota as he's trying to slide, gets tripped up. Anku with the sack. Anku with the sack. So 3rd and 12. To the air. Good set. Good hold. Good in a hurry. Mariota had to get rid of it. And that'll bring the field goal unit on. So once again, Tennessee in prime position to score touchdown, settles for field goal. Well, Jacksonville doesn't blitz very often because of the front four that they have and the consistency that they've been able to put pressure on the quarterback. At that time, they dial it up. They bring everybody, and Mariota recognizes that and throws the ball away to maintain the field position. 38 yards for Ryan Suckup, who has been good on 2 previously, from 25 and 39. Good snap. Barely got the kick away, and it's right down the middle. 7:42 to play in the 3rd.
All right, Atlanta settles for the field goal. Tennessee settles for the field goal on the goal-to-go opportunity.
Appreciate you,
Chiefs
Joseph.
bring out Harrison Butker for the 20-yarder chip shot. That goes through, and that advances the Chiefs lead to 17-10. Meanwhile, in the AFC West, Raiders ball in field goal range in Los Angeles.
You've got to be able to force Marshawn Lynch back up inside. You can't give him a 2-way goal.
Hey, I appreciate you, Jet.
To get outside.
Appreciate your service.
5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, 6-time 1,000-yard rusher. 31-year-old Marshawn Lynch. 1st and 10. Washington, the running back. 2 tight ends. Washington. And hit Pollard, who grew up in the Los Angeles area, limiting him to a gain of 2. He gets to the 24. Well, we're scoreboard watching here, aren't we? Look at Tennessee. Jacksonville had to beat Tennessee.
Bad news for
bad news is right.
The Chargers. This is bad news for the Chargers, and this, unfortunately, is bad news for the Chargers.
Boy, has Miami stunk it up last couple of weeks, huh? After winning two in a row and beating New England.
Appreciate you, Johnny.
Night. 2nd down and 8.
Got those U-Hauls packed, Kevin. Getting ready to head home.
Yep. Carr. And Cooper. And they'll talk.
Update on the NFC South matchup. Saints.
I normally don't ask for donations, but check the video description
steps up in the pocket.
if you want to support your channel.
This is the rookie, Alvin Kamara
greatly
with a
appreciated.
catch on a defender on top of his chest, and he still hauls in that ball for a 40-yard pickup. He's got 86 yards from scrimmage, and now the Saints are knocking on the red zone door. They're near the 25-yard line of Tampa Bay, and Jack Del Rio says, shut it down, people. I want to take another look at this one. Oakland has challenged that last play.
Tackle allowing Clemente to start at left guard. So now it's Laribas at left guard. And Breeze to throw it on second down is screened and blown up by Levante David.
It's a beautiful job of Levante David. They're going to use Kamara as a decoy, and they're trying to sneak Ingram. Kamara's going to run out here and try to clear linebackers.
Not the right foot, it's the left foot, I think, that's the issue. You see that left foot? His momentum is starting to drag him.
So he doesn't have the ball yet, and now he'll pin it against his shoulder pad.
Yeah, right there, the right foot looks good, but it's the left foot.
I don't have a dash address.
Raiders back in Los Angeles.
All I got is the stuff that's in the description. Appreciate it, bro.
Using his zip code, of course, nobody's in the same world with J.J. Watt. They put it in the hands again, and it's blown dead before it ever starts.
Hey, I appreciate you, Delano.
Ball start, number 16, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That's Brandon Coleman. I mean, he has seen his playing time shrivel down to next to nothing. And when you're trying to get on the field a little more frequently.
Y'all, the reason why I go through that irritating process of making new YouTube accounts just to stream because I get blocked.
Sixth false start penalty
I appreciate
they have had, the fewest number in the NFL. And for comparison's sake, the league average is right around 14.
Discipline.
Third and forever. And Breeze hunting around. And it's caught by Ingram at the 30. This will be
third down 8.
I can't be biased, Cheetos. I can't make my prediction because people are not going to like that.
Grabbed
Appreciate
by the
you for watching,
running back,
Mr.
Richard. Gain of 6 on 3rd and 8, 4th and 2. Ingram is there. They're down to the 17-yard line. Offense stays on the field.
Short one for him at 48.
3 of his 5 misses this year have been wide right. And this one right down the middle. Beautifully done by Lutz. So that makes it 8.
I appreciate you for watching, Pedro.
Well, they couldn't get lined up. And I've seen this a lot from this football team.
Rich, are the Raiders your biggest?
All right, before fourth down there, the Bills got a big pass interference penalty to set up 1st and goal from the 1.
Kyle Williams, touchdown! Amazing! Unbelievable! They put in Williams as the fullback, and he scores a touchdown. The 12th year defensive tackle into the game, and they're going nuts for the heart and soul of that Bills team. Kyle Williams, and Sean McDermott wants to go for 2. I don't think Kyle Williams is going to make it back out with a 2-point play, though. Unbelievable call.
Obviously,
I appreciate
a play
you,
that they
success.
repped in practice because this was not a spur-of-the-moment celebration. He takes this, all the offensive linemen get around, he throws it up, and when it lands, they all go backwards.
First rushing touchdown for
Appreciate
Kyle
everybody
Williams
watching.
in his
If you
career.
want to support the
Bills go
stream,
for 2.
check the video description.
Does not get there. That was the first 2-point attempt by Buffalo this season. Kyle Williams.
The 300 and whatever pound defensive tackle with the touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. They love it down in South Florida. All right, 4th and 2. Oakland goes for it. Oakland gets stopped. Marshawn Lynch stopped by the Chargers defense. Chargers have been a sneaky good defense really all year long. They're top 5 scoring defense, and they shut them down there to maintain the 13-point lead. They take over the football on downs. Elsewhere in the red alert, Cam Newton on 2nd and 7 throws it deep and gets picked off, overshoots his intended target, and Ricardo Allen is there for the Atlanta defense. Atlanta continues to do quite the job against the lethal Cam Newton-led Panthers offense. It is still 10-7 in Atlanta. Falcons would clinch the spot with the victory in this one. And then this in the Cincinnati-Baltimore game.
20 or more in 8 straight games. The franchise record is 9, set twice back in 96 and in 2014. This is a 2nd and 5. Fake the jet sweep. Flacco throws. Juggled. Intercepted. It's picked off by Denard. And Denard is working his way down the sideline. Denard tucks it inside. Flacco trying to get in between. And Denard will take it all the way. A game changer. 89 yards. Chris Moore could not secure it.
Isn't that the irony of all? Ball bouncing around. Denard picks it up, and then he's going to get a convoy down the sidelines. Look at his teammates hustling to get out in front. Key block there that time by Jordan Willis.
Joe Flacco, pick 6, and Flacco has 73 yards passing in this game. That pick 6 just went for 89 yards for Darqueze Denard. It is a 2-touchdown lead for Cincinnati. That is huge news for the Buffalo Bills, who have a 19-0 lead in Miami. It looks more and more like the Bills are going to end the longest playoff drought in pro football.
Again down the sideline.
Bortles, had a deep shot, and D.D. Westbrook had himself a touchdown. That's a catch an NFL wide receiver has to make, quite frankly. But they have to reset for another down, as it is still just 3 points on the board for the Jags. While all that was going on, the Chiefs come up with a defensive play, scramble for it, and the ball goes into Ramik Wilson's hands. The linebacker takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Wild sequence in about 2 minutes that we bring you here on NFL Redzone. 11-yard defensive touchdown right there. And that lead now for Kansas City goes to 24-10. This is live in Los Angeles. Carlos Hyde dives for the pylon. He's in. Niners touchdown.
The 49ers have opened things up on the Rams here in Week 17.
One of the things Carlos Hyde possesses and does so well is his patience. That's before that. He paused, he forced the defense to suck up, and he utilizes his speed to get to the edge of the outside for the touchdown.
Two games against the Rams this year, 2 touchdowns in each of them. The former Buckeye. 49ers
if you want to support the stream, check the video description.
Look at, so San Francisco, with a win in that game, ends the regular season as the hottest team in pro football. So there's the team. We're going to have 8 new playoff teams. That is, teams that make the playoffs this year that were not in the postseason last year. There are going to be 8 new playoff teams. I guarantee you, most of you will predict the Niners will be a new one next year, assuming Jimmy G signs the contract people expect him to. Back to this game in the NFC West.
Of the Arizona Cardinals does. If they can create a seam up inside, you get the big bodies, you're double teaming everybody, and Kerwin Williams or Elijah Penny will find that spot. If not, you bounce out. You're going to have that cornerback one-on-one as he supports the run.
Falcons, after that interception of Cam Newton, added a field goal. They're up 6 late in the third quarter. They win. They get the last playoff spot. Williams again. Stops short at the 35 to bring up third and about 2.
All right, look at this play. Now it's getting towards, you got to get some touchdowns time for the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco, deep shot. Wow, Sean Williams just clubbed Mike Wallace out of bounds. They rule Wallace a catch, but Wallace, boy, he gets up a little bit wobbly after this big hit. Slow-mo look at it. How about Wallace? Foot down, and did the left one get down? There was so much energy being transferred on the collision with Williams and Wallace. I'm not sure that left foot.
Thanks, everybody.
Can't tell from that angle, but they
watching.
are looking at it. It must be a coach's challenge then, because it was ruled a catch and inbound.
If you want to support the channel,
never knew it was coming.
Check the video description.
4th down.
And you wonder, you saw Kerwin Williams motion for the substitution right there. You wonder if that was more a Kerwin Williams type play than a DJ Foster type play.
Now Phil Dawson is coming out to
got word in Baltimore, incomplete pass. So Marvin Lewis's coach's challenge, and what is likely Marvin Lewis's last day on the sidelines as Bengals head coach. Marvin Lewis wins the challenge, incomplete pass, Mike Wallace.
Dawson nails it from 53 yards away.
Okay, so Bruce Arians looks at his guys kick the field goal at 23-14 in Seattle. Down in Miami, the only team being shut out right now, the Miami Dolphins, but they are inside the red zone against the Bills.
Stirrup is a big, tall guy, kind of just leans forward a little too much.
For Football Focus, you can see the Bills have
support the channel, check the video description.
Contact in the opponent's backfield this season like they did right there. 2nd and 12, fails. Dancing out of the pocket, chased by Hughes, throws incomplete in the end zone. Pass was short, intended for Grant.
Game Rewind presented by Gatorade. Miami's offense hasn't gotten anything against Buffalo's defense today, but on this play, Devontae Parker, nice slant pattern, hit him in stride with Cutler, and into the red zone. We go back.
I need some help here. This is not my matchup. My matchup is against the running backs, not the receivers when they come into the backfield. So nice job by Adam Gase in scheming and getting the kind of matchups that he'd like, but they haven't been able to execute because of the pass rush by the Buffalo Bills.
Happy New Year's Eve to everybody.
Bells over the middle into the end zone, broken up. Micah Hyde got a hand on that for Buffalo. It's 4th and 12, and Adam Gase is sending out his kicker, Cody Parkey, to attempt a field goal for the first time today.
Well, he's doing the math. 3 points here, 2 more touchdowns with 2-point conversions would tie the game up. So he's playing the math as the head coach, hoping that his defense can not allow the Buffalo Bills to score when they get the ball back offensively.
Great play by Micah Hyde, who's celebrating his 27th birthday today. A 36-yard attempt for Cody Parkey. And Parkey is good. So Miami finally on the board.
And David Fales quarterbacking the Dolphins. Cutler did make a brief appearance in the first quarter, but Miami's on the board 19-3.
They have 5 in their secondary, and that's what Rivers will look into and go, he's got Benjamin. There he goes. Another long touchdown pass. Travis Benjamin, 62 yards. What a day for Rivers. 354 yards through the air.
Well, keep an eye on the safety and the corner, and the same thing happens. There's some confusion. And you watch the post route, watch the safety. He steps up, the corner outside thinks he's got help in the middle of the field, and he doesn't. Antonio Hamilton's anticipating that Reggie Nelson's going to be in the middle of the field, and he's not. And that's the second time today we've seen the Chargers hit the Raiders for a post route because the corner and the
62-yard lightning strike for the Lightning Bolts. Phillip Rivers, 354 yards passing and 3 touchdowns for Los Angeles. Well, Jameis Winston, Von Bell gets him on this one. He got rid of the ball, but they said he was in the grass. That was on 3rd down, so it brought out 4th and 20. You see Bell comes all the way from a deep safety spot to come on the blitz. Good telestration right there by Chris Spielman, the color commentator for the Fox crew here. All right, so the sack as he in the grasp, 4th and 20. Here's the punt.
We're on to punt. It's a 17-13 lead. That one nearly blocked. Remember, they blocked the punt for a touchdown the last time he Special teams coverage of the ball is
Oh, my goodness.
and it is a touchdown for the Buccaneers. Isaiah Johnson scored the touchdown. And it looks like Josh Robinson was the one who made the tackle and stripped it out of there. Let's see, Sean Payton is going to challenge this call. He is some kind of upset right now with Tommy Lee Lewis.
They scored a jump by Josh Robinson, who's known for his special teams. Came over from Minnesota. Had two hands on the ball. Then he strips it out of there, and that's a clear fumble right there. And I love the athletic ability not to fall on it with the scoop and score. The Buccaneers create something, make something happen, turn this game around. They want the Saints to try to earn the NFC South title. Josh Robinson, big play.
Isaiah Johnson, his alma mater, will play here tomorrow. South Carolina, first-year player, scores a touchdown. And Dean Blandino, does that look like a strip and a fumble to you?
It's really close. It looked like the left arm might have been down, but that ball was moving. I think it is a fumble.
Yeah, they just confirmed as soon as you just said that, Dean Blandino, so thank you. So the touchdown stands, and don't look now.
All right, so now the Buccaneers take the lead. That opens the door to the division to the Carolina Panthers. Wait till they see that score in Atlanta. But Carolina is trailing. Time for the touchdowns to come for Baltimore.
Alex Collins turns the corner. Collins dives for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown. Major highlight. 17 yards. Improvisation from Collins.
Well, they don't draw it up. This is a one-man reverse. Collins just totally shut off on the left side, reverses his field. Now he gets Buck Allen in front. Joe Flacco is there, and then it's just tremendous individual effort. 17 yards. Fantastic play by Alex Collins.
All right, so Atlanta is leading.
Appreciate you, Torrey Sykes. You the real MVP, bro.
Trailing. That's good
Appreciate
news for the
that, bro.
Falcons, which would give them the 6th seed in the NFC. We come back now to Seattle, who is into Cardinal territory.
Wilson incomplete. That was a play that had nothing from the start. Graham was in the area, and McKissick also out ahead of him.
No, we had Russell Wilson going a different direction on the ball handling, and we had offensive linemen going the different direction from where the play was going. So some mix-up on that play right there.
We mentioned Atlanta leading 13-7. 36 seconds remain in the third quarter of that game. Tampa Bay has gone in front of the Saints in the fourth quarter. Saints need a win to get the NFC South Division title. They're already in the playoffs along with Carolina. J.D. McKissick ran into a Cardinal.
Check the video description.
Blocking was up front, but Frosty Rucker was with his blocker and made the tackle. Now it's 3rd and 11, and they've yet to convert a third down.
Yeah, maybe overthinking it there a little bit. You bring in J.D. McKissick, who's more of that pass-receiving running back as opposed to Thomas Rawls or Mike Davis, and trying to get your defense to get crossed up a little bit, but Arizona was ready for it.
That's Doug Baldwin, bottom of your screen. He has a touchdown catch, but only 2 grabs today. The other way, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was there. Ball was a little wide. Looked like a miscommunication coming off the defender.
I appreciate the support, though, Vic.
4th and 11.
Tyler Lockett working the outside against Patrick Peterson.
Well, the punters today have had trouble putting the ball inside the 20. They've been bouncing it into the end zone. Let's see if Ryan can make it difficult on the Cardinal offense in terms of field position. It's a high kick, fair catch called for, and he does drop it at the 11. And the Seahawk defense will be on the spot.
Step away from the Pacific Northwest. So the only red zone opportunity right now belongs again to the Niners.
Flats for Juszczyk. Quickly cut down. The line of scrimmage by Mikel Roby Coleman. 2nd and 10.
closing seconds of this third quarter. During the last break, some of the special teams members for the 49ers were waving their hands, getting the 49ers faithful excited, and it became clear how many 49ers fans there are in here. Much of that far side of the stadium by their sideline is 49ers. Arena gets popped out of bounds by Isaiah Johnson.
Totally redeemed himself in the last play. It's one thing, though, that you're seeing from this Rams defense. I know that they don't have all their starters in for the majority of downs. Even though third down, they're making a wholesale substitution. But it's the way they're rounding to the football, the effort that they're giving right now.
And the defense has not been as big of a problem as the offense.
Well, you'll see the Rams next week in the wild card playoffs. Let's do a quad box of the AFC wild card scenarios. It's real simple in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Tennessee is leading. If Tennessee closes out Jacksonville, that game is in the fourth quarter. Titans clinched one playoff spot remaining in the AFC. The other one would go to either the Ravens, if they can come from behind and beat the Bengals, or the Buffalo Bills, who are defeating the Miami Dolphins right now by 16 points. So the Ravens are trailing. If everything flows right now, it would be Buffalo and Tennessee going into the wild card playoffs. Chargers are still leading their game, but they need two things to happen, which aren't happening. In fact, neither one of them are happening for the Chargers right now, which would be a Buffalo loss and a Baltimore victory. So that is the AFC playoffs picture as Blake Bortles has just thrown an interception. Tennessee with a 12-point lead, and in the fourth quarter, Titans are thinking postseason in 2017.
Dalton fires into a tight window, and it's incomplete. A.J. Green couldn't complete the catch as he took a hit from Brandon Carr.
Yeah, been a really good battle between these two all day. Give Brandon Carr a lot of credit for the coverage, and then ripping the ball out there as they both go to the ground.
Sets up 3rd and 7 for Cincinnati.
Appreciate that, Jacob. You the real MVP, man.
Dalton out of the gun. Dalton tried to call a timeout. And he'll get it.
That's 3 times today that he's had to beat the clock by calling a timeout.
And the Bengals have 1 timeout remaining.
Down the line of scrimmage.
And it's a 4th down, and the offense on the field for Buffalo.
Last week in the fourth quarter, kicked a field goal on 4th and 1 against the Patriots. And now McDermott has called timeout.
Timeout. Buffalo, they're first. It's a 30-second timeout.
What do you do here, James? Put the points on the board?
Well, because then you make it a 3-score game, and you take it back to 19. But he did a smart job in letting that play clock go all the way down before he was going to make that decision.
Appreciate that, Dr. Funkenstein.
All right, we come back now to Baltimore with a 3rd and 7 for Andy Dalton. The crowd on its feet at M&T Bank.
Dalton dials it up. Incomplete. A.J. Green with a crowd of Ravens in the area, including Maurice Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Dalton's seeing here.
But you can take the delay game because the 5 yards wouldn't make a lot of difference to Stephen Houski.
This is a 33-yard attempt. He's already 2 for 2 on the day. And make it 3 for 3 for Hauska, and the big number there is 3. Now a 3-score game, 22-3 Buffalo.
The Bills are looking like they're going to the postseason. They now just need to keep watching that score in Baltimore. Baltimore loss, Buffalo win. Bills break the longest playoff drought in pro football. Tennessee is handling their own business, as we established earlier. Looks like the Titans are going to the playoffs. Well, a red alert as we were watching those. Atlanta drove into Carolina territory. Matt Bryant comes out for the 30-yarder, perfect down the middle. So now you got a 16-7 game. Atlanta looks like they're going to win their way or has a chance to win their way into the postseason. And Jimmy Garoppolo, another touchdown, this one to Aldrick Robinson. capping off that Niners drive. 12 yards on the touchdown catch there. Niners putting it to the Rams. Los Angeles, again, rested most of their key starters for the entire game. We're now into the fourth quarter there. All right, well, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers here. I think Keenan Allen just broke a franchise record. In fact, he did. He now has the single-season record for catches in a year. That is his 101st catch. That breaks LaDainian Tomlinson's franchise record. Would you believe it that the running back, albeit a Hall of Fame running back, LaDainian Tomlinson had the most catches in a single season in Chargers franchise history, and Keenan Allen just surpassed him.
Same can be said for Ken Whisenhunt, a former head coach. I mean, they stuck to the plan. They made some adjustments.
Let's try to keep the comments
got the running
clean.
game going a little bit more.
Enough about that.
But, when you've got a quarterback like Phillip Rivers, it's so special. When you feel that he's in a rhythm and he's rolling, you just kind of stay out of the way and let him go do his thing. He'll find you a completion.
3rd and 5.
Corner blitz.
And he's got the wide open receiver. The dancing Keenan Allen. Looking for a block. Reggie Nelson is there inside the 30. Winding run after the catch of 27. First down.
Trailing Drew Brees.
All right, nice play again there by Keenan Allen, but it's a 20-point lead for the Bolts. We'll check back in if they get real close. This one is a one-possession game, and the trailing team has the football. The trailing team, Drew Brees and the Saints, trying to come from behind and win the NFC South in the process.
Ted Ginn Jr., and that did not fool Tampa Bay. Beautifully defended by both Keith Tandy and Brent Grimes.
Brent Grimes does a good job of holding his position.
This is a positive live stream. We do not do negativity here.
Then Tandy does a nice job of making an open field tackle on a speedy Ted Ginn, but that's because Grimes did his job of forcing that ball back into the pursuit of the defense.
Remember, this drive started inside their own 10. This is the 11th play on it. Breeze dumps it off to Kamara, and he's inside the 10. First and goal, New Orleans in the 8.
First and goal, Saints. Elsewhere in the NFC South, this just happened with Cam Newton. Deep shot. Devin Funchess beats his defender and makes the catch. 44-yard pickup. So here's the circumstance. Atlanta leading this game. If the Falcons win, they clinch the last wild card in the NFC. If Carolina comes back and New Orleans doesn't come back, then Carolina wins the NFC South. Panthers are already in the playoffs. Saints are already in the playoffs. Saints need to come from behind here in the fourth quarter, beat the Buccaneers, and they will win the NFC South. Back and forth, Saints and Panthers.
If you guys want to support the stream, check the video description. Appreciate it.
Right back in this ball game, in field goal range, they can immediately make it into a one-possession game. McCaffrey's going to lose yards, and it's Grady Jarrett again. Panthers have no answer up front for Grady Jarrett.
And we're going to double-check that. Touchdown to Zach Klein, his first receiving touchdown of the year. And the Saints march down to Carolina.
Pass is incomplete for Olsen. Newton and Olsen not on the same page. We've seen that a few times in this game, whether you want to blame the receiver or the quarterback, but a lot of miscommunication.
Drew Brees with a half little roll, giving himself a clear to throw the football. An easy pitch and catch for the Saints.
So line his first overall touchdown of the year. Didn't have one rushing or
critical situations as they kind of try to figure this thing out. And not to give yourself an opportunity on a big third down. Disappointing. 42-yard try. He's only missed once all year. It's a 6-point game. Career high.
So one possession game now in that NFC South matchup, and the Saints retake the lead more than halfway through the fourth quarter.
And number
20, ends up in a collision and a fumble and a pickup by Yannick Ngakoue. Ngakoue down the sideline for the touchdown.
Well, I just talked about that a little bit ago, Greg, about how this Jacksonville defense has been stout all day, keeping the Titans out of the end zone. But based on what the Jacksonville Jaguars have done offensively, they need to come up with some points. That time, Henry and Mariota just confused. One of them made a bad decision on which direction it was
Appreciate
going. They
that,
collided.
Phillip.
That ball pops in the air, and Ngakoue picks it up in stride.
What a time for a miscommunication. A defensive end who runs like a well-tuned running back. Yannick Ngakoue. Well, and a momentum changer indeed, just because Tennessee had just gone for it on fourth down, picked up the fourth down, had the momentum. The coach believed in what they were doing offensively, and instead, Jacksonville takes it the other way. And suddenly, the game is tighter.
Wow, a disastrous play there, and we'll tell you how that might end up impacting the playoff race. Just had, a drop pass. I was going to say we're going to have a first and goal, but that Luke Wilson, I believe, not able to hold on to the football there. Russell Wilson put it on him, and a touchdown would have taken the lead with the extra point in Seattle. Okay, back to the scoreboard here. Everything is now in the fourth quarter except the Cincinnati and Baltimore game. We got a one-possession game.
We do a pretty good job on my streams of keeping the racism out.
In Seattle. You've got a one-possession game in Tampa. And the other games still with playoff implications. Buffalo looking in good shape. Tennessee, even with the terrible fumble for a touchdown, still leading that game. If everything ended right now, it would be Buffalo and Tennessee in the postseason. Back to that Bills-Dolphins game. Here comes Miami.
Another Miami first down.
So we go back to the play where the Buffalo Bills try the two-point conversion. They don't get it. They do get the field goal. They stretch it back to 19. So there's comfort, but there's a little bit of anxiety. You can see it on the face of Sean McDermott because they're moving down the field on your defense. There he is trying to encourage them. Come on, let's make a play. And Tyrod Taylor trying to stay relaxed and be ready when he gets on the field.
Looking up at the video board or the out-of-town scoreboard. 2 on the play clock. Bales to Stills at the 6. Stills is stopped right there. Clock continues to tick. With 7 minutes.
So the Seahawks ended up bringing out the field goal unit. Blair Walsh from 49 yards away. And it's a one-possession game in Seattle, 23-17. 13 minutes to go there in that one. Less than halfway through the fourth quarter, more than halfway through the fourth quarter here in South Florida as they're scoreboard watching for the Buffalo Bills.
Bales fires to Landry. He's got the record to 111. Ball came out. Picked up by Preston Brown. Preston Brown still going down the sideline. Bales is chasing. Brown, the distance. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Safe to say the Bills. Was he saying the Browns the whole time? Or was I just tripping?
Turnover and a scoring play, so obviously it gets reviewed. There's no hurry up. You can't get out there and kick the field goal, rather the PAT. This will be reviewed. It looked like we're watching him knee down, anything down. Well, it's really close. Was the forearm down before the ball popped up and out of his hand? Was it starting to move? Because if there's any movement in this, then that ball would be out. It's starting to move before that ball is touched down or the forearm is touched down on the ground. And the officials are right there on top of it.
We are looking at the previous play.
And is there any part of his body that's touching the ball while he's out of bounds? That's another component of this play. You know, when kids play video games, you know what I do? I play the official. And they have so much that they have to consider as they're going to look
at. If the ruling on the field stands, Buffalo basically is going to win that game. So now they need the Ravens to lose. Ravens are still trailing by a touchdown. 3rd and 5 a moment ago. Mike Wallace from Flacco, 12-yard catch. That game has finally reached the end of the 3rd quarter. We will get you back to Baltimore when they start the 4th. And you had Marcus Mariota on 3rd and 4. And now a 5-point game. Eric Decker had it. Mariota put it where he had to, but Decker couldn't squeeze it. That brings out the punt team. Jags are going to chance to take the lead
NBA
with a touchdown on their next drive. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, catch, turns on the outside and gets 27 yards on the pickup. We got a good one in Atlanta at 16-10. They are over midfield. I think that's where we're going to go next, shall we, as we await the ruling on the field and the instant replay to come back to us in that Miami-Buffalo game. Jeff Triplett is the referee down in South Florida. We should be able to watch a play or two of Atlanta until we get the announcement.
Seems like something really simple. You'd be surprised how many receivers don't know what the quarterback's looking for once he gets outside the pocket, but Freeman gives him a place to go with the ball. Tevin Coleman, not much. 2. Tackled by Munnerlyn. Falcons have gotten into Carolina territory all 4 possessions this half. The first 3 have resulted in Matt Bryant field goals instead of touchdowns. This is a challenge for the offensive coordinator, Steve Sarkisian, too, because with essentially no running game, you want to not only come away with points, but you also want to take time off the clock. And you're having
After review, the ruling on the field is changed. The runner is out of bounds and touching the ball when it is loose at the half-yard line. Therefore, it is down at the half-yard line. It will be 3rd and goal at the half. Miami's ball. Reset the game clock to 6:26.
That was the other component. Remember I said if he's touching the ball and he's out of bounds, that play is dead. The Buffalo Bills, when they heard that, they thought that they still had possession of the ball.
Preston Brown just danced that entire announcement, but it was Jeff Triplett saying it's not a touchdown.
Oh, a little premature celebration from the Bills. He didn't understand Jeff Triplett. This is after Triplett said it's Miami's ball. Brown is celebrating. Oh. By the way, speaking of celebrating, to you folks in the UK, happy 2018. Our NFL Redzone viewers in the UK.
If y'all watching from the UK, man, happy 2018, man.
Midnight. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Happy New Year, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
6:26 to go.
That dance was hilarious.
Thought they had another touchdown, 2nd straight week. They've had a TD taken off the board.
Shout out to Ireland. Happy New Year.
Keep this in mind.
Make 2018 better than 2017.
The entire season. Here's Landry. And he's Bryant. Sensational.
Oh, they want to fight. Buffalo want to fight.
He headbutted one of the Buffalo Bills.
Leonard Johnson and Landry mixed it up 2 weeks ago with Buffalo bunch, both involved in this skirmish.
Happy New Year from Italy, man. Shout out to Italy.
Kenyon Drake just threw a Bills helmet across the field.
Good.
And this is ugly in South Florida.
Shout out to the UK, man. I mess with the UK. Heavy.
We're going to have possibly some ejections after this because that was quite the skirmish after it's over. Because he's close. The Buffalo Bills are trying to knock him backwards, which is okay. And see, when he goes in there and headbutts Poyer, that kind of really gets it restarted.
Shout out to the NY.
Their minds in that Buffalo-Miami game, but we've got other live action to go go to in the double box. Here come the Buccaneers again. They just lost the lead to the Saints. Jameis Winston throwing down towards the 10-yard line. Incomplete. Fourth down upcoming for the Bucs as Jarvis Landry's day is done.
Chris Williams, Craig Robertson, everybody doing a good job as Von Bell is going to come off the edge right here. Donovan Smith does a good job of picking him up. Outstanding coverage.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving 2 weeks ago in Buffalo. Several unsportsmanlike conduct penalties were called. And the penalty markers are down here again. We got hats on.
As here's a field goal try.
They even got hats out there for flags.
Bills and Dolphins.
And the rivalry is still intense because there's New England and there's the other three teams who are kind of clawing and scratching to try and get up and be number two.
And there's, as you can see, a lot of Bills fans that are here in South Florida making some noise. Watch Kenyon Drake, bottom of the pile, tangled up with
Well, they've got a lot to sort out right there, but it's still a two-possession lead for Buffalo no matter what. Joe Flacco needing a touchdown to tie this game in the fourth quarter. Hits Campanaro for a 15-yard pass on 3rd and 11. Move the sticks. Very next play, this came within a whisker of being a disaster. It's a catch by Boyle, but the ball goes into the end zone. He never had possession of the football, and I think they're going to call this incomplete. In fact, they talked about it for a moment to see if it was a catch and a
that
fumble
fight was
or
very
an incomplete
entertaining,
pass, but the replay is pretty conclusive. He never had full possession of the ball, and John Harbaugh has to take a big inhale as his guys still have the football. Now a 3rd and 11.
13:22 to go in the fourth.
Appreciate you guys for watching, though, man. Thanks again. You guys are awesome.
Trey Kirkpatrick is going to the Cincinnati sideline.
Well, you know this will be noticed by Marty Morningweg. His replacement in the game is Tony McRae. Here's McRae. Here's Benjamin Watson. That's the type of matchup you want if you're Joe Flacco.
The official sent Kirkpatrick out of the game. Flacco. Nobody close. Benjamin Watson in the general vicinity, and now it's 4th down for Baltimore. Field goal unit comes on with 13:12 in the clock.
Yeah, good decision to bring out Tucker, Mr. Automatic.
A 34-yard attempt here for Justin Tucker. Morgan Cox will snap it. Cook will hold it from 34 yards away. It's good. Ravens inch closer. They trail 24.
All right, so a field goal instead of a touchdown. So that still means the Ravens are trailing. And as of right now, if all the scores hold up, Ravens losing, Bills winning, Titans winning. If all of that holds up, it's Tennessee and Buffalo into the 2 AFC wildcard spots. Ravens could still come back, and if they win that game, they come back and get the wild card.
We are reviewing the previous play.
All right, so they have to go and look.
Well, no, you've got to review it to see if he scored. So you're not going to review penalties.
All right, they still haven't figured all of that out. Let's go red alert right now. Is this Triplett explaining it? No, okay, first we got other plays that were going on as the brawl was happening and the Dolphins were, or the Ravens were doing what they did. What is going on there? You got a bunch of guys that just haven't practiced and played a whole lot in games right now, including this one. No playoff implications, but a terrible looking attempt at a handoff right there. And the ball comes all the way back for the Denver defensive touchdown. That's their second of the day as Denver is 24-17 against Kansas City. Meanwhile, the Rams, Lance Dunbar getting a little bit of run, 8-yard touchdown for the Rams. We show you every touchdown from every game here on NFL Red Zone, including Seattle. Still fighting with the Arizona Cardinals, but if you're scoreboard watching, the bad news is in Atlanta. Doug Baldwin is in the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown from Russell Wilson. Seahawks extra point takes the lead. However, they need the Falcons to lose as well, and Atlanta has a 9-point lead. Here comes a 3rd and 14 live for Cam.
No urgency on the part of Carolina. Down by 9.
What the heck? Who was he passing it to?
Olsen's been targeted 11 times. He has 1 catch. Let's go to Carissa with a game break.
And that's not what Seattle Seahawks
hit that like button for me, man. Check out the video description if you want to support the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year's.
Carolina got a punt.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Henry on 3rd and 1. How many times has Henry been slammed up in the backfield today? Jacksonville, one of the top-ranked defenses in football, comes up with the stop. Jags are going to get the football back. A touchdown would take the lead and throw a wrench back into the AFC playoff picture because Tennessee, leading right now, has a simple win-and-in scenario.
Derrick Henry, 22 carries, only 34 yards. Jadon Mickens has returned a punt for a touchdown this year against Cincinnati, 63 yards. This one won't get anywhere near him as it sails off and out of bounds. And this is going to be fairly decent field position to start for the Jaguars. Well, and punter Brett Kern, he's going to the Pro Bowl, and that was one of his worst punt kick. One guy out
is getting the football back. Jacksonville getting the football back. We'll stay with those games. Here's Jeff Triplett's ultimate announcement after the brawl and what we think is a Miami touchdown.
Taylor is not moved from that position. Keeping cool on the Bills bench.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The 2 players being disqualified are number 14 and number 32 of Miami.
So Landry and Drake are ejected. No one on Buffalo has...
All right, so it is a touchdown for Miami, and Jarvis Landry and Kenyon Drake have been ejected from the game for the Dolphins. Well, the Chargers up 20 points. Raiders are in the red zone right now, but it's a 20-point lead with 4 minutes remaining. We can take a play or two of this, but we do want to get back to the Jacksonville drive, and once Atlanta gets the football back, they'll be working the clock.
And adds to that, he takes it for 3 down.
All right, if the Raiders get a touchdown, you will see it. Meanwhile, Blake Bortles with a chance to try and take the lead, but Tennessee's defense says no, not on that play.
Brian Orakpo. We just showed that package of the pressure that Blake Bortles has been under, and most of it has come from Brian Orakpo, lined up against Josh Wells, who's the replacement for Cam Robinson. Actually, Orakpo was on the inside. They had a stunt going on there. Second time today that Bortles has been sacked. 3rd and 20. Bortles. On the move, had to throw it, incomplete. Intended for Mercedes Lewis.
Hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Check the video description if you want to support the stream.
By the Tennessee defense. Well, how about that for a response? We've been talking about this Jacksonville defense all day, and the Jaguars coming off the edge. Force Bortles to step up. Walden making Bortles get rid of that ball quickly. As you said, Greg, great response by Dick LeBeau and his defensive players. Dory Jackson trying to escape trouble and cannot, and is bumped out of bounds short of the 30-yard line by Paul Posluszny. .357 on the clock. Clinching scenarios for the Tennessee Titans. They win this one, they're in the...
So Tennessee needs a couple of first downs. Check out the extra point after the Seattle touchdown. Oh, well.
Pete Carroll, 66.
Pete Carroll says...
16.
He pumps his fist. All right. Well, that was a Seattle extra point there. Okay, glad we showed you that. Meanwhile, we can go to Atlanta right now. We can go to Nashville right now. Less than 4 minutes remain in Nashville. Under 5 minutes remain in Atlanta. Those games both have clinching scenarios. We've got still 12 minutes remaining in the Cincinnati-Baltimore game. Where are we going to head to, guys?
Check the video description if you want to donate to the
How about
stream.
Nashville, Tennessee, and Jacksonville? With a 5-point game, Jacksonville couldn't do anything with their possession. Tennessee, it's all in their hands right now. A couple of first downs, make Jacksonville use their timeouts, get your win, and the Titans go to the playoffs.
2nd and 7. Mariota keeps it, breaking free, and out close to the 35, 40-yard line. Well, and there's the first down that they needed. Now, if you're Jacksonville, you have to start considering it. It looks like they just called their first one. We mentioned earlier how not just how well he runs, but how much he likes to run. Well, he does. It's just part of his game. It always has been. It's a reason why he had such success that he did in college and why he continues to have success in the NFL.
Now, that's not a great philosophy of life for a quarterback in the NFL.
Well, it's not, and that may be a reason why he's dealt with so many injuries this season. A number of those injuries coming in the pocket, but also when you're taking, there's a duration thing here, too. There's a cumulative effect of the number of hits as well. And 3:01 to play. Jacksonville down to 2 timeouts. Henry almost broke free, dragged down at about the 42.
At the end of the day, if you say that I'm doing nothing while you're watching my stream, obviously I'm doing something.
Well, Mohamed Sanu had a chance to
just that out
first down, but the Falcons work the clock, but he can't do it on 3rd down, and so the ball will go back to Cam Newton and the Panthers, down by 9 points.
One missed lane, one missed tackle, and Derrick Henry can turn it into a big touchdown.
Dennis Kelly comes in as that extra lineman on the offensive line for Tennessee. On 2nd and 6, this is Henry, and Henry hit almost immediately, and a guy named Telvin Smith makes a stop in the timeout.
Appreciate you watching, Daniel.
Telvin Smith has been all over the field tonight for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, in that time, Jacksonville had 9 defenders less than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, all stacked within the tight end box, just on the edges of the tight end box. They were fully committed when you look at the number of defenders, and just off the screen here, you see some on the edge. So,
Onslow County Jiu-Jitsu Academy. I
Titans are committed to the run just to try and keep that clock moving.
And now Tennessee, which has not been very good on 3rd down today, just 2 of 14, looking at a 3rd and 5 to maintain possession.
Appreciate you, Tiger.
Mariota rolling, pulls it down, gonna run with it, and get a first down and more, and slides down.
And that is virtually victory formation for the Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota just made a play that likely put Tennessee into the postseason. Fantastic. On 1st and 10 here.
Here's one high again, picked off the hand of Olsen into the arms of Keanu Neal, and that could very well wrap it up. Cam Newton has been high with throws all day, and this one gets him again.
Thanks for watching, Derek.
Yeah, high and behind. He had a chance.
That very well might give the game to the Atlanta Falcons, putting them in the playoffs, and meaning the New Orleans Saints will win the NFC South by virtue of the Panthers' loss. Carolina already in the postseason, but still had an outside shot at the division. Back to the drama now in Baltimore. The most time remaining in the fourth quarter here. However, Baltimore needs a touchdown to take the lead, and you see the field position at home against Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'll be here for the playoffs.
Hand it off.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Collins hits the hole. And he's brought down to the 21. 3-yard gain for Collins. Cincinnati, Brandon Bell, and George Iloka collaborate. Collins to the sideline. Personnel changes here for Baltimore. Facing a 2nd and 7 with 10:18 to play in the fourth.
Appreciate the question.
Flacco. Underneath. Caught by Campanaro. Turns it upfield, and Campanaro spills out at the 10. Hit by William Jackson III.
Campanaro only had 16 catches all year, but this is 3 now for him here in this second half. Returning punts and then some punishment over the middle, but coming through.
Mark them down at the 11, so they can still get another first down. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Woodhead in the backfield. Flacco throws it to Woodhead to catch. Driven out of bounds by Brandon Bell. The rookie out of Penn State makes the play on Woodhead.
That's really a good tackle by Brandon Bell. Woodhead is only 5'8", but he weighs over 200 pounds, so he's very powerful.
What's up, Patrick?
Can't break this tackle. Good thing that Bell did there is he avoided any attempted straight arm by Woodhead. Got to the body and drove him out of bounds.
Now it's Buck Allen in the backfield. Quick snap. Flacco. Dropped by Ricard. And a flag down on the far side.
We'll check the penalty flag in that one, but the Atlanta Falcons turned the Cam Newton interception into good field position, and Matt Bryant kicks a field goal perfectly. It's a 12-point lead. Carolina has no timeouts. The Panthers need 2 touchdowns to come from behind and win that game with no timeouts and 2:21 remaining.
Second down.
So a mistake by the Cincinnati defense. Too many men on the field. Marvin Lewis upset. Paul Gunther trying to make his case. If you want to support
the streams, check the video description. That would be greatly appreciated, man.
Attempting to get off towards the Cincinnati bench area.
Yeah, taking his sweet time to get off the field. Cost his team 5 yards.
Second and 5 for Baltimore. Shotgun. Flacco. Darts one. Incomplete. Wallace with the attempt. Broken up.
We're going to double box in the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville has burned all of their timeouts. The next snap will come with a minute and about 15 seconds remaining. It looks like Tennessee might be going to the sideline to call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. But it's 3rd and 3. If they convert that first down, they win the game, and the Titans go to the playoffs. You'll see it in just a moment. Tennessee did take a timeout. Back to Baltimore.
So Flacco and the Ravens, they trail 24-20. From the gun, Flacco, end zone, it's caught, touchdown! Mike Wallace with the grab! The Ravens go in front! Joe Flacco with a bullet.
And a perfect throw away from coverage of Drake Kirkpatrick. A down and out route. Speed cut by Wallace, ball thrown away from the defense. Wallace with good control of his feet. Makes the catch. Left foot down, right foot down. Ball across the plane. Touchdown.
And with that touchdown, we have just had a change in the playoff race. The Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans would be in the playoffs if these scores hold up. Tennessee on 3rd and 3. Got to push for the first down. They won't get there. Jacksonville will have one last opportunity. The 4th down will happen with about 20 seconds remaining. So it is absolute miracle time for Jacksonville. Doug Marrone doesn't need to win this game. That's the irony there. Extra point on the left side of the screen is up and good. The Ravens' lead is 3 points with 8 minutes and change remaining in Baltimore. So they will flash that Ravens scoreboard.
If you're just now tuning in, I appreciate you watching.
The Buffalo Bills can see it, and the Bills will be heartbroken to see that the Ravens are now back in front, actually taking the lead for the first time today against the Bengals. A Ravens win would
I will
eliminate
have the college football playoffs on tomorrow, so
1 second left
be on the lookout for that.
And 25 on the game clock.
Hopefully I can get a couple more real MVPs before this is over.
Baltimore has taken the lead on Cincinnati in the 4th quarter, 27-24. The Chargers have won. Buffalo is going to win at Miami. And those Chargers fans not liking what they're seeing here because they need results from Jacksonville. And now, let's see what's happening here.
Well, the Titans initially brought the punting unit out on the field, but now they've sent the offense back out, and Marcus Mariota's getting in the huddle.
On 4th and 2.
I believe they're going to try doing a hard count just to get them to jump off sides. They're back to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Play clock expire.
And we haven't forgotten about the Saints. 37 seconds remain. They actually control their own fate. They're up by a point. If they hold on for the final 37 seconds here, the Saints clinch the NFC South.
First down. And incomplete.
If you guys want to support the stream, check the video description.
Lyle Humphreys there and P.J. Williams in coverage.
Humphreys is actually open right here. P.J. Williams gives up the inside. Got away with a little grab himself. Good job with P.J. of getting in there, knocking it away.
All right, the punt team is on the field for the Tennessee Titans. Snap is good, and the punt is away clean. So Tennessee's special teams does its job. 18 seconds remain until Tennessee clinches a playoff spot. We'll get you back there, but it's about the NFC and the NFC South in this double box. It's Jameis Winston. 30 seconds remain. The Buccaneers have no timeouts. They are now just on the edge of long field goal range. They need to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. On the right side of the screen, Cam Newton and the Panthers need 2 touchdowns. Jameis Winston, we got a timeout taken by New Orleans. Before the Bucs were going to spike the football, Sean Payton called timeout. That's curious, but it stops the clock there. We can go full to Atlanta.
Newton goes down. Sacked with Vic Beasley. Good work right here. He's got the wide rush and he's able to get past Darrell Williams. McKinley, he's also back there. Good job by Beasley. I know it's been a frustrating year for him, coming off 15.5 sacks last year. Missed a little bit of time, but comes up with a nice play.
Clock is running. 1:10. Loss of 8 on the sack. Here is McCaffrey. Gets a big hit inside the 30.
We go back to the double box, out of the timeout, 15 seconds remain. Jameis Winston can take one more shot to try and get in better field goal range. He'll go for the deep ball, and it's a catch! And it's a touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers! Wow! So the Bucs, on one of the final plays of the game, come from behind to take the lead. It doesn't mean anything for the NFC South Championship unless Carolina can come back. But look at Christian McCaffrey inside the 10-yard line. Got to hurry up. 30 seconds, no timeouts for Carolina. If this clock elapses, the Saints, even giving up this touchdown, are going to clinch the NFC South in this double box. Even though they gave up the go-ahead touchdown, the Saints are going to clinch the division here with 21 seconds remaining by virtue of the Panthers' loss. And the Falcons will win their way into the wild card spot in the NFC. Wow.
Godwin, his first 100-yard receiving game. 7 catches, 111 yards.
You guys want to support the stream, check the video description.
Shaking his head. And now the 2-point conversion try and make it what would be a 7-point lead. Saints only have 1 timeout left, and we're down to the last 9 seconds of the game.
Olsen guilty of a false start.
Or is it? It is by Evans. What a drive that was.
That's what we talked about. Jameis had a chance to start next year with this drive. What's he going to do? Is he going to lead his team to victory? Calm, poised, on target, not afraid to throw the tough ball. Threw a perfect ball to Godwin for 6 and goes
well, so all 3 of these teams are going to the playoffs with the exception of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they just made what appears to be the game-winning play. All right, it's final 21 seconds. Really no shot for the Panthers to get 2 touchdowns and an onside kick in this time, but Newton will take the shot to the end zone. 16 seconds until the Falcons clinch the playoff spot, and the Saints, by virtue of the Panthers' loss, back into the division championship in the NFC South. You're wondering about the Tennessee-Jacksonville game. 18 seconds left. Tennessee needs to make a play and clinch the playoff spot. Blake Bortles, intercepted, and that clinches the game. Kevin Byard with the interception, one of the best defenders on Tennessee all year long, puts the Tennessee Titans into the playoffs. Tennessee has missed the postseason for 8 straight years, but they clinch a wild card spot in the AFC, and now there's only 1 playoff spot remaining. That will go to either the Baltimore Ravens or the Buffalo Bills. The Chargers have been eliminated by virtue of the Tennessee victory. Congratulations to Tennessee.
We talked to Ron Rivera about his game plan coming in with regard to rest for some of the veterans. New Orleans was winning big, and he was going to treat this as a game to get some rest. He has not had that luxury, and the Panthers may still be stuck in that number 5 seed spot. End zone, picked off, intercepted by Alford. Came into this game with 5 interceptions over 15 games, and they have 3 interceptions in this game alone, all 3 by defensive backs. They had only 2 by DBs coming in 15 games.
Alford plays that ball very well. He's cluing into the quarterback. He sees it in flight, and then he beats Funchess to the point. And, yeah, you're right. I mean, a defense that really has played pretty well all year long, except for...
And with that, the Atlanta Falcons are going to the postseason, and the New Orleans Saints are the NFC South champion. This game didn't have any playoff implications, but it was dramatic late. Denver with a touchdown to Demaryius Thomas from Paxton Lynch, trying to figure out something about the young quarterback in this game. And it was a tight one all the way down to the final seconds. 4 seconds remain, 24-24. Harrison Butker for the win, and Kansas City goes on the road to Denver and gets the victory. Kansas City was already locked into the 4 seed. We will see them a week from now on Wild Card Weekend. The Miami Dolphins still putting up a fight, figuratively and literally. There goes in with a Fales, good fake on the run inside, and David Fales keeps it himself for the touchdown for Miami. But the Bills are still leading that game. They're watching the scoreboard in Baltimore, which we'll get you back to in just a bit. And Phil Dawson kicked in the field goal to retake the lead for the Falcons, but that was actually Falcons score, but the Cardinals there. That game's moot at this point because Seattle has been eliminated. Seattle is eliminated. The playoff picture is now clear in the NFC. The Eagles had already clinched the #1 spot. Minnesota earlier today on NFL Redzone clinched the 2 seed. The Rams and the Saints games are now final. The Rams are the 3 seed. The Saints are the 4 seed. Your wild card winners and the most competitive division in football this year.
Appreciate everybody tuning
NFC
in, man.
South.
Check out the video description if you want to support the stream.
Already in the playoffs. They are the 5 seed. Atlanta is the 6 seed. So that sets up Rams hosting the Falcons and the Saints hosting the Panthers.
Appreciate everybody for watching, man.
Weekend should be pretty good action to see a week from today. Congratulations to those teams winning their way in. So it's all about the AFC from this point forward. We actually need to get to the Baltimore game right now because, well, Miami just went with the onside kick. They went with the onside kick and they actually got it here. So the Bills game is now back in play. Buffalo, you were leading 22-3 just a little while ago. It's now 22-16 with 1 minute and 52 seconds. We're going to go double box with the Ravens game. Ravens are leading. If that score holds up, Baltimore goes to the postseason. Buffalo needs to hold on here and get a come-from-behind win from the Bengals to put Buffalo in the playoffs.
4-yard pass, 5 yards after the catch. Just look at how much faster the Miami Dolphin receivers and runners look when they have the ball in their hands.
Ready play?
Bales just has to throw this one away. The pressure was coming from Matt Milano.
4-down territory on each and every play. You have to keep that in mind. So the Buffalo Bills trying to get a
visit
negative.
New Orleans. And obviously you can see that Philadelphia is #1, Minnesota #2. The NFC playoffs are set and ready to roll. Back to you guys in Miami.
But still,
wish we were in Miami, Boomer.
Does it feel like Miami to you?
3rd and 1 for Miami. First down is picked up by Sonoris Perry.
The AFC. 3rd and 7. And Flacco throws it into the ground. He didn't like what he saw downfield. Wasn't going to take a chance.
Injury, so nice job by Perry understanding the situation and getting off the football field.
Here comes Hughes, and Bales gets away. Bales will run out of bounds. Oh, Jerry Hughes had a golden opportunity, but Bales was able to escape.
You're getting a little fatigued. You beat the left tackle, but you can't pull Bales down.
That's why Jarvis Landry and Kenyon Drake shouldn't have got themselves thrown out the game. And still would have been a game.
Guys down the field who are open and waving their hands around. But that's way on the other side.
But if you want to support the stream, check the video description. I appreciate it.
56 seconds to go. Bales fires. Intercepted! Jordan Poyer!
Standing.
This season.
Forward at the 35. Here they come. Cook gets rid of it.
And with that, the Buffalo Bills got a little bit of a scare, but they have now, well, they will assure themselves a victory over Miami. They did their part. All that remains is the outcome of the Baltimore Ravens game. If Baltimore wins, the Ravens are in. If Baltimore loses, the Bills are in.
Go on to win this game.
Just an overthrow by Fales. You see him starting to look to his right, trying to move the safeties. There's not a Dolphin inside. The receiver broke to the outside. That ball was thrown to the inside. Nice, easy pickoff for Poyer, but nervous time now starts for the Buffalo Bills as they wrap up this game, and they wonder what's going to happen at the end of the Cincinnati-Baltimore game.
10 for the Bills. Cincinnati, 1st and 10 at its own 10. Dalton. It's caught by Bernard, and Angles out of bounds.
Now, will it be enough for Buffalo to get in the playoffs? They need the Bengals to come back and beat the Ravens.
You'll be thinking about 2 guys. Obviously, A.J. Green is probably going to be double covered everywhere, but Tyler Kroft has had a huge game for the Bengals. 5 catches for 50 yards and a couple of scores.
been quiet here in the second half.
Green has 1 catch for 6 yards. Dalton looks that way. And he connects with Tyler Boyd. First down, Cincinnati.
That's a good read by Dalton because A.J. Green took double coverage down the sidelines, leaving Boyd singled out of the slot. Good pass protection for Dalton. And the key thing, Boyd getting out of bounds after the 9-yard gain.
2:31 to play. Marvin Lewis's squad trailing 27-24. Cincinnati has 1 timeout remaining. Dalton from the gun. Floats it. Ball was up for grabs. Buffalo has held on to defeat Miami 22-16. So now it's very simple. The Ravens have to win to qualify for the postseason. Second and 10 for Cincinnati. 2:28 left in the fourth.
And they're going to put A.J. Green in the slot here, along with Boyd. In motion of trying to get him away from the double coverage and the press coverage.
Green draws Kennedy. Dalton looks. It's caught by Green. And Green has enough for a first down. Quiets the crowd with 2:15 and counting left in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to get a little help by Brandon LaFell clearing things out. Nice adjustment to a high pass by Green.
Dalton sets, throws, incomplete. Kennedy got his hand on it, and we have hit the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes in the final game of the 2017 regular season. During the commercial break, we've got time to bring you the top 5 Prime plays of the day, presented by Amazon Prime. Number 5, Landry Jones to Stephen Ridley. Reverse to Darius Hayward-Bay. DHB into the end zone. 29-yard touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who won the game over Cleveland and sent the Browns to the dreadful 0-16 season. Play number 4, turned in by what could end up being the offensive rookie of the year. Alvin Kamara took it 6 yards deep in the end zone. You saw he hesitated, like, should I really bring this out? Yeah, he should. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's gone. 106 yards on the kick return. Alvin Kamara putting on a show, proven to be one of the young stars in pro football. Saints ended up losing that game to Tampa Bay, but more on that in a moment. Play number 3, Marcus Mariota. Derrick Henry will flip it to him on the screen. Henry sets up a block. Bad angle by one Jags defender, and then Henry is off full gear for the semi-truck down the field. He goes 66 yards on the screen pass. Henry, 83 yards of total offense. Tennessee wins their way into the postseason. We had a couple of crazy long kickoffs. Showed you Kamara. Here was in the Seattle game. Kick it off to Tyler Lockett. This was after Arizona scored on their opening possession. It was 7-0, but in a hiccup, it's 7-7. Lockett, 99 yards to the house. And the Seahawks and Cardinals game has just gone final in Seattle. Seattle loses to Arizona 26-24. And play number 1. If you don't succeed, give it to your teammate, Melvin Gordon. He gets stripped of the football, but it pops into the waiting arms of his teammate, Keenan Allen. What a day for the Los Angeles Chargers. They didn't get into the postseason this year, but they scored 30 points, looked good, beat the Raiders there in that contest, but they didn't get the help on the scoreboard. What have we seen as we're coming out of the 2-minute warning timeout in a matter of 10 seconds? We had 6 teams with a chance to win their way into the postseason or win their way into a better positioning in the playoffs. New England clinches the top seed with a win. You got Minnesota clinching the 2 seed with a win in the early window. Atlanta wins their way into the playoffs with a victory. Tennessee wins their way into the playoffs with a victory. The last team to do it, the last team with an opportunity, is this team right here, Baltimore. If they win, they're in the playoffs. If Baltimore loses, the Buffalo Bills go to the postseason.
Dalton out of the gun. Out of the pocket, Dalton looks to the sideline, and it's offline. Incomplete. Flag down, Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver.
to get Brandon Carr for pass interference here on LaFell. There's the grab.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Now, John Harbaugh yelling at Sarah Thomas, the down judge on the near side of the field. She didn't make the call. Ball was made there. There's the grab. That's clearly pass interference. Ball was on its way to LaFell.
10-yard penalty benefits Cincinnati. Randy Bullock's long this year is 49 for the Bengals. Bernard in space. And he gets clubbed by Clark. We're now to 1:42 to play here in the fourth.
What a great hurdle over Brandon Carr by Bernard. Gets him 4 more yards and a bruise from Chuck Clark.
Career long for Bullock is 55 yards. He did that back in 2014. Dalton on 2nd and 5. Under pressure, Dalton. Incomplete. 2 defenders in the area dealing with A.J. Green. Marlon Humphrey along with Tony Jefferson for Baltimore.
Well, Marlon Humphrey's just done a great job. Most of the afternoon against A.J. Green, you can see his coverage there. Perfectly blankets Green. That's why the ball was kind of off target. Dalton getting hit as he released it.
Can they get Bullock into range? It's 3rd and 5 for the Bengals.
Now 2 downs to get 5 yards.
1:23 to play. Dalton. Dalton breaks away. Dalton slings it downfield, and it's intercepted. Eric Weddle with a flag down. Penalty marker at the 38-yard line.
And it's going to be holding against the Ravens. So a first down for the Bengals and new life. Great job by Dalton to get out of that pressure.
Pass is thrown, holding. Defense number 29. The 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down.
But check out Marlon Humphrey there. He just tackles Brandon LaFell. Easy call. A tremendous job by Dalton to get away from the pressure, pull out of a tackle, buy time, and get the ball off down the field.
It was Darius Smith who was trying to bring down Dalton. 1:13 to play.
Needs about 15 yards to get into range.
Not going to get it there. Over the head of A.J. Green, and another penalty marker.
This one may go against the Bengals. Legal procedure.
Illegal shift by the offense. Number 18 never got set before the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
A bit of a lack of concentration by A.J. Green. Never getting set before that
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
So he's still moving as the ball snapped. Good
if you want to support the stream, check the video description. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Eve.
1st and 15. Back in Cincinnati territory.
Tyler Croft single covered here at the top of the screen.
1:09 to play. Dalton throws. Popped up. Incomplete. Croft, the intended receiver. It was Chuck Clark, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, who tagged Croft.
And remember, it was Clark who blew the coverage on Croft's second touchdown reception in the first half. Poorly thrown ball that time by Dalton because Croft had his man beat to the sideline.
2nd and 15 for Cincinnati, just over a minute to play. Green in a matchup with Carr. Dalton. He throws it away. 58 seconds left. 3rd and 15 for Cincinnati.
That's a smart throwaway by Dalton. You know, it's 3rd and 15, but obviously you're going to go for it on 4th down. You have to, so he's got 2 plays to pick up the 15 yards for a first down.
Dalton from the gun. Dalton Dalton steps, throws, underneath, catch is made by Croft, but nowhere to go after the grab as he's hit by Chuck Clark. It's 4th down for Cincinnati. They pick up just 3 yards.
You want to donate to the stream before the year's over with, check the description.
Timeout remaining.
And Croft is heading to the sidelines. He kind of slipped as he was coming out of his break there, trying to get up the field.
Final timeout has been used. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, people who are making a difference in America, followed by SWAT, SEAL Team, and Bull. That's tonight, only CBS. Well, here it is. It's 4th down. The Bengals need 12 yards to keep this drive alive and to give Bullock a possible shot for a game-tying field goal.
Dalton's had success throwing to Tyler Boyd out of the slot. He's got single coverage right now. Green for sure will be doubled at the bottom of the screen.
Ravens trying to end it here. 4th down. Dalton steps up. Dalton throws. It's complete. Caught by Boyd. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown. Remarkable. The Cincinnati Bengals have stunned this crowd. Andy Dalton delivers.
Just a great job of finding the single coverage here. Right down the seam goes Boyd. You can see that Kennedy was more concerned with LaFell on the outside. Boyd single covered. Dalton with time to throw. Touchdown Bengals.
Dan, you said keep an eye open for Boyd working out of the slot. That's exactly what Dalton did. Marvin Lewis, a smile on his face and what could be a swan song. And they are 44 seconds away from ruining Baltimore's party. The extra point is good. The Ravens have 3 timeouts remaining, but they now trail 31-27. If Cincinnati wins, Buffalo goes to the playoffs.
Now, Andy Dalton had great pass protection throughout that entire drive, and that allowed him to calmly find number 83 right down the seam.
Lewis has...
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hansen back here in the NFL Redzone studio. At this moment, the Buffalo Bills, who are celebrating their victory in the locker room down in South Florida over the Miami Dolphins, I am sure they are watching on a television right now to see the stunning, improbable, unbelievable last-second touchdown for the Cincinnati Bengals that will not necessarily but likely put Buffalo into the postseason. The Buffalo Bills have had the worst drought of the playoffs in pro football and in North American team sports. 1999, the last year that the Buffalo Bills qualified for the postseason. But they are pleading at this television right now to these 44 seconds to come off the clock for the Ravens to lose and for the Bills to go to the promised land.
Campanaro is out of bounds. 38 seconds left. And Campanaro just grabbed at his lower leg as he went to the sideline.
Yeah, he was about 10 or 15 yards off the sideline when he grabbed for his leg. Oh, geez, he stepped on it. It looks like a bag on the sidelines.
That ankle buckled. And Campanaro could have been a factor in the final 38 seconds. Flacco and the Ravens. They need a touchdown. Watson out of bounds. 32 seconds left. 5-yard gain through the air.
That's an expensive 5 yards. Took a lot of time off the clock. But you're right about Campanaro not being able to go. That leaves the Ravens with just 2 wide receivers, Wallace and Chris Moore. Quincy had a Boyjo also in the game at the bottom of the screen.
Inexperienced. 2nd and 5. Flacco is sacked. Carlos Dunlap.
A great move there by Dunlap. A little head fake to the outside. Got Austin Howard off balance. He gets right to Flacco, and down he goes.
A timeout called. 25 seconds on the clock. The formula was simple for Baltimore. Cincinnati, 4th down, not only converts, they get a touchdown on the Baltimore D. The Ravens were 1 down away from the playoffs. And now they face a 3rd and long with 28 seconds left. Baltimore moving in the wrong direction. 3rd and 14. Flacco throws it incomplete. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, the Bengal defensive line just giving the Ravens offensive line all kinds of problems here with pressure on Flacco. Of course, they know he's got to drop back and throw. They should be thinking about moving the pocket a little bit, letting him buy some time. This is going to take his receivers time to get to the necessary yardage.
Here's their season. Flacco throws it. Caught by Watson. Great effort. He didn't get there.
Nope.
It's short. Vincent Ray helps save the 1st down, and Cincinnati will take over. And Baltimore's season will end right here.
He catches the ball. He needs about 8 yards after the catch. How about Vinny Ray fighting off injury after injury, making the tackle, getting some help from Jackson, and clearly short of the 1st down. Tremendous effort by the Bengals.
A stunner in Baltimore. The Cincinnati Bengals with an extraordinary comeback.
Especially when you think about their second half, where they really offensively were unable to get anything going. They went strictly to the pass on that last drive and converting a 4th down. Not only converting, but scoring with it. Unbelievable.
Victory formation for Cincinnati. The Ravens season ends with a thud. The Bengals spoil Baltimore's party. 31-27. The Buffalo Bills are going to the playoffs.
Dalton, and we defy you to find something as dramatic in sports as playoff clinching scenarios in Week 17 of a
Appreciate you guys watching, man. It's been good. It's been dope. Put up my Cash App thing, you know what I mean? If you guys want to donate, you understand me? Y'all know where to go. Appreciate you. It's been fun. Y'all guys can go ahead and chat it out if you guys want. Appreciate you guys for watching, man. Happy New Year's, man. Y'all be safe out there if you still, about to go out and stuff, man. Y'all be safe out there. Sorry if y'all teams lost. Better luck next year. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks, y'all. Thanks to y'all, man. I will be on tomorrow for the college football playoffs. Happy New Year to you too, Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Y'all take it easy. Appreciate that, Abdul Ali. I don't even know how to say that, man. Appreciate it, though. You the real MVP. That'll be dope if you did just donate $100. I'd be very fucking appreciative, too. Wouldn't even know what to do with it. Probably invest in some better audio for you guys. Yeah, I know. I understand, man. I just appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in, Cody. guys still here, want to donate, that's my username right there. I use that Cash App. Or you can PayPal it to me if you don't, use Cash App. That would be greatly appreciated. Happy New Year's to you guys. Help me help y'all, I don't got Bitcoin. Everybody's been saying that today. I don't have Bitcoin. I only got this in PayPal. Yeah, I appreciate you guys still hanging out, man. You feel me? Feel free to jump off this, and see what that Cash App is about. It's all legit. What is an Exodus wallet? Yeah, I appreciate you guys still hanging out, man. Just accept the donations, man. That's all. If you want to donate, will be greatly appreciated. Just gave you guys about 5 hours of my life. More than that. Oh, Bitcoin wallet. I'm going to look into that, sweet dude. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. You guys were awesome. Alright, man. I guess I'll end it, man. If you ever want to donate, man, screenshot it, so you can have the information. And appreciate you guys. Like I said, tomorrow I will have the college playoffs going. So hopefully that works out for us.